Good morning. My name is Alexia Williams. My project was all about spreading environmental awareness in our community. I would like to read you a quote from Nobel Peace Prize award winner Desmond Tutu. 20 years ago, people could be excused for not knowing much or doing much about climate change. Today, we have no excuses. And we really don't have any excuses. I'm not saying it's everyone because there are people who are experiencing this firsthand. Take Europe, for example. In July, 868 people died because of a heat wave, 5 degrees Fahrenheit over any current record in Europe. A month before that, in June, 567 people died, again in Europe, again from a heat wave. I started to write weekly newsletters. All students and faculty members received them. I got a lot of positive feedback. I also got a little negative feedback, which was expected because it's a very controversial topic. I learned a lot about myself as a consumer, as a human, by writing these newsletters. I learned that just one person's actions can make a big difference. I also learned that I'm really bad at taking care of the environment. I started to notice all my bad habits. For example, using a plastic bag even if I only had one item. Now, I'm not saying you should use a plastic bag if you have 2 items. I'm actually saying you shouldn't use it at all. I also would keep the water running for 2 straight minutes when I was just brushing my teeth, which is very unnecessary. I used so much single-use plastics, it was actually embarrassing once I realized it. And it wasn't just me. I started to notice my family and friends too. Their habits were actually worse. But now, I'm happy to say I haven't used a plastic bag in 5 months. It's not a lot, but it's something. Imagine if all of us did that. If all of us stopped using them. I'm one person, but I can make a big difference and it all adds up. I also reduced my single-use plastics tremendously. I probably use 2 or 3 or 10 a day. So why are single-use plastics so bad? They pollute the earth like no other. You say you use it for 10, 20 minutes, throw it away, it's forgotten about. And then you use another one. These pictures are from the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. This is where plastic and trash from the ocean usually ends up. It is estimated that 80,000 metric tons are in this garbage patch. Imagine that. Because I can't. I've never seen 80,000 metric tons of something ever in my life. Let's take a plastic bottle, for example. It will take 500 years for that to break down. Once it does, it will turn into microplastics, enabling marine life to eat these microplastics, specifically salmon and tuna. Who eats salmon and tuna? We do. It all comes back to us, considering that only 9% of people on Earth recycle plastic. A big cause of climate change is greenhouse gases. The thing is that we would be dead without these gases. It enables the sun to access our atmosphere and heat up the Earth. But the thing is now that we just have too much. It's very unnatural. Factories, power plants, deforestation, any industrial needs. Those are all from human activity. Those are also greenhouse gas producers. 80% of CO2 is from us in our atmosphere, and 60% of methane is from us. Now that there are more greenhouse gases, the atmosphere that was thin has now thickened, giving the sun more area to heat up, hence global warming. It's a domino effect. Let's take glaciers. The more greenhouse gases you have, the higher the temperatures. Glaciers melt, sea levels rise, coastlines disappears. States, countries, continents, if the fact that we aren't running out of natural resources doesn't kill us first. I want to talk about Al Gore. He was the Vice President of America from 93 to 2001. But what's important, or what I want you to know, is that he's also an environmentalist. He wrote a book called An Inconvenient Truth, which I read. I really liked it. It was like reading a fictional chapter book. The thing is, it's the sad and realistic present I'm living in. Besides the book, Al Gore has made some great strides, like putting environmental awareness in education through science activities and any other educational activities that he could. What I find great about him is he's an American politician, and he's in support of climate change. There's a big group of people who support climate change, and there's a big group that don't. So with that, the fact that he's supporting it, there's a big group of people who dislike him for his views. On a brighter note, these are a few pictures of some friends and I at a coastal cleanup in Rye. I also did some in Northampton. Just taking a few hours out of my day to do that was very rewarding, and it was fun. I got to hang out with some friends, and I really enjoyed it. I'd like to end you off with this. If something does not change, we will run out of resources by 2050, and that's all we have. Are there any questions? Thank you.